when I was out about here.
So everybody, George Clinton is here today. It's a question and answer session. So all the questions that you guys have, man, and if you have the book, please bring your questions. That's what I'm here to facilitate today. We were going to do the interview, but I love this man so much. They was like, nah, that's going to be too goofy. Because I'm going to sit here and we wouldn't even get past your first 2 years sitting and talking to me. So
yeah, we get into conversation.
Yeah, man. Any questions you guys have, please, please, please. Yes, first up.
I have a question, George. For one thing, thank you for your music over the years. I used to see you in Crampton Auditorium. Okay?
That was that first one that started it.
Yeah. But I wanted to ask you, Tiki Forward, to me, was one of the best funk drummers ever. Did you know anyone that could...
You got that. You said it. You said it. I mean, that was the initiation of the funk. I mean, when Tiki was with us, actually, when we did Up for the Downstroke, y'all had somebody here, Chuck Brown, that was real go-go. That was the beginning of that, even at Carl's Beach. Yeah, he played with them for a minute.
I have to debate with you, though, because my favorite funk drummer of all time was Dennis Chambers.
Well, Dennis was...
I mean, it was like listening to a drum machine.
He went to school, you know, but it was Tiki, Tyrone Lampkin.
Okay.
It was, you know, we had a lot of good drummers. Okay. But Tiki was the initiator, along with Eddie Hazel and Billy Bass. They were all like 15 years old.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for schooling me, because I came along in the Dennis Chambers.
Oh, see, really?
Dennis went to school. Who else has a question? Come on. I know y'all. Man, this is the one. Man, he started everything. You got a question? What
about a mothership reboot tour?
A mothership reboot tour.
We did that a few times, but the mothership is in the Smithsonian now. Yeah. So we have to find another means of travel. You know, we probably do some laser light beam type of thing. But we're going to do something that, you ain't going to get rid of us, like I said. I'm going to make you sick of me.
I'm going to make you sick of me, and then I'm going to give you the anecdote.
I'm going to make you ill, then I'm going to give you the big pill.
How about that? The big pill. Next question. Yes, sir, young man.
Hey, what's up, George? I'm just like happy right now just to see you, because like I grew up listening to you. My grandfather used to play your records all the time. So like my question to you is, because I'm a music producer too, and I wanted to know like what are like the secrets to just staying relevant and just getting the way you are?
Pay attention to them little young kids up under you that get on your nerve. The ones that make you say, that ain't shit. Them the ones that you have to pay attention to, because they ready to move you out, and if you want to be on it, pay attention to them. Don't get old and not be able to keep up. I mean, I love Cardi B. I love Flying Lotus, Kendrick Lamar. I mean, we was talking about Kendrick before he ever came out. You didn't know what I was talking about. But you could see that coming when you talk to him. So, I mean, and you feel threatened right away because you know he's coming to get you. So the best you do is get down with him. Show him what you know, and let him show you what he know. Even if they're using your stuff to do it with, I learned from them how they doing our stuff. I went back and started sampling myself. Off of Dr. Dre's record.
How about that? He went back sampled Dr. Dre, sampling him, and he made a record.
And ain't got no shame. I mean, if you want to stay in the game, you got to be able to appreciate somebody else.
Amen. Man, that's a great piece of advice right there. Well, what did it feel like, though? Let me ask you a question. What does it feel like going into the studio to be on what became one of, the single, best album for Kendrick Lamar, in my opinion? The album that set the tone for him, for me, was To Pimp a Butterfly, and you're the first thing we hear on that album.
Well, like when my grandkids told me, they call me Grandude. Grandude, he's the one you want to listen to. So when they said that, I listened to him, and when I heard him talking, I didn't have to hear the music, just his conversation of what he was talking about. At his age, he wasn't supposed to be interested in that. But if my grandkids have paid enough attention that they can see the relevancy in him and myself, I paid attention to real quick, and I heard a few of his lines, and I was his preacher. You know, a lot of people thought he was on his job. No, I know it, I hear it. And he came on with it. Yeah. And I was glad that he did, because now I didn't sound like an old fool out here preaching for somebody, you know, and he's still doing it. He's just getting started. Yeah. I mean, he ain't gonna slow down. The Gambino the same way. Yeah. Yeah, that's the new generation. Flying Lotus. Yeah. They the new what's going on.
That's dope. I'm glad you know.
Cardi B, whether you like it or not, that's what's going on. Sounds good to me.
Sounds great to me too. Next question. Yes, sir.
Hi, how you doing? It's Chris. I had a question about how you feel about certain artists or producers taking a lot of influence from you. Like, say, for example, Thundercat, who draws a lot of his influence from you.
I went and found him real quick. Played with him. I'm on that Kendrick Lamar's record. He's playing bass on that.
He's on that record.
I mean, to me, that's the new Bootsy around here. I know it's a lot of more, but he done broke through already.
Wow.
His dad was good. His brother is good. I mean, that's the sound of what you're listening to, whether you know hip hop or not. They're the first ones that actually, not the first. I mean, the Roots was doing it a while, but be able to play with hip hop and not have to sample, they can actually play it. Matter of fact, we done learned how to play it. We play hip hop. We got a band, one of the best bands in the world, but we still play like hip hop. We use some samples and musicians together. That's the era we're in. So yeah, Thundercat. You can ask no better question than that.
For all the people in here, go Google all of these names we mentioned today. Thundercat, To Pimp a Butterfly, Dennis Chambers.
You can catch up real easy nowadays.
Yeah.
You Google it. If you don't know, ask your grandkids, ask your kids. They'll tell you what's up. And it's the best way for us to bond with our kids is share that music. You ain't got to say this is where it came from. Y'all don't know it. No. Nice and quietly, just go and put Knee Deep on. They might say that's me, myself, and I,
right.
But that don't bother me, long as you relate to it. Sooner or later you'll find out, oh, that's them too. You know, that's what everybody was saying. Is that James Brown too? Yeah, that's James Brown too. You know, we were all one family. Bootsy, Fred Wesley, Maceo Parker, all of them played they played with all of us.
So I got a question.
Maceo played with Prince.
Maceo played with everybody.
We made sure that
he went play by himself.
He always did that when nobody else wasn't doing nothing. Right. He put a band together, and believe me, Dennis is there, Greg Boy, all of the P-Funkers. We're all one big family. That's why we call it One Nation Under a Groove. We got one coming out on P-Funk also. One Nation Under Sedation.
I want to hear that one.
We'll tell you about that later.
I wish I could have been there. So my question is, why did y'all have beefs back in the day like we have today? You can't see two artists getting together. You can't have no family no more.
Well, we had beef, but it wasn't for real. We did like, let's take it to the stage. You know, we called Earth, Wind, and Fire, Earth, Hotter Than No Fire. Fool in the Gang, James Clown, Sliding the Family Bricks. You know, it was all fun until we found Sir Nose. Sir Nose became the one we could pop with the bop gun. When we was want to beef, we just beef with him. It can't be real, because if it's real, then you ain't got nowhere to go after a while. After you finish beefing with each other, it's a stepping stone. Let's do it on the stage, not for real. And it's pretty much like that now. All the people that was gangsters, most of them was studio gangsters. Nobody was really believing that. But it seemed like it's the image. A lot of people went for it. But believe me, they were trying to make money.
Studio gangsters out here making money. Boy, you the best.
I mean, you got billionaires now. We didn't have no billionaires. Trey, Jay-Z's, Kanye. We got billionaires now. We can't be hating on that.
Nah. That's the realest. Yes, Siobhan. Go ahead, baby.
How'd you come up with the name Parliament Funkadelic, and where did it come from?
How did you come up with the name Parliament Funkadelic, and where did it come from?
Parliament in the 56, 57 was a cigarette. Everybody was calling themselves the Chesterfields, the this. You know, there was groups was named after cigarettes and cars. That was the thing in 57, 8, you know, cars and that was it. So we chose Parliament. And we was doo-wopping. We was singing love songs. Baby, I'll get on my knees for you. We didn't know it was going to turn around and 20, 30 years later. You get on your knees for me. You know, that's the way it's still love songs. No matter how you looking at it, it's still love songs. But it's just, Funkadelic came when psychedelic became the music in the 60s. We had to become a part of that scene. So we were looking at all the rock and roll groups was called psychedelic. And we had to change, we were coming out of Motown, so we just take the delic and put the funk in the front of it, and we had a new name. So now we had two groups, we call it Paula Funkadelic Meant Thing. Right. Now it's a thing. We were out of New Jersey, went to Detroit, mixed up with Detroit. So you got Jersey and Detroit. Then we started touring near DC, all up and down the East Coast here. It was called the Chitlin Circuit. Chocolate City was born.
Where that album at? Look, she bought the album today.
Yeah.
I love you, CC.
Okay, that's where it came from. The group just kept growing. Bootsy came and became P-Funk All-Star. Bootsy Rubber Band. It's all been one nation under a groove.
Man, this is incredible. Who got the next question? Yes, man.
How you doing, George? My name is Vicky. I grew up in Youngstown, Ohio.
Reed's Arena.
Yes.
You too young to remember that?
My family always left me home and made me stay home and cook stale peanut butter cookies with my brother. So this is an honor today, and I just want to say I love you so much. And I just wanted to know, what encouraged you to make your hair all different kinds of colors?
I used to be a barber. I used to do hair. I used to wave, the waves that some people call it, the finger wave, Sugar Ray Robinson, Nat King Cole, all that group, perms, that's what they were before you start calling them perms.
Right.
I used to do that. So doing that, you realize that hair can change a person or change everything. Somebody coming on the garbage truck, come in on Friday, get their hair done. The garbage man, when he left there, he was cool. You know what I'm saying? The preacher, pimps, all the politicians, everybody came to the shop and got their hair done. And I realized that you could change images and styles and be cool with just the do. So once I realized that, I just took it to the nth degree. Like they do now with the designs, I was doing that in 69. We was doing, I had everything cut in my head. Moon, stars, dicks, crosses, everything. I mean, you can find pictures right now. You can find pictures right now with all of that. So the colored hair just was an extension of that. I knew that was something that was going. I wore wigs for a long time on the mothership, but then braids started to be happening. Let me throw that in there, but keep it loose and make it look semi-cute. Till it started getting old. Till I got 70 years old and shit started looking like braids falling out and shit. Somebody grab you by the hair, check half of your hair out. So, you go through all of that. You got to be able to take a joke. So, hair was always funny to me. Yeah?
Yes, indeed.
I wanted to know, what's the importance...
First of all, we ain't letting you ask no questions today, y'all. Go ahead.
Yes, my name is PTV, and I wanted to know, what's the importance of staying together as a group? You see a lot of these groups getting back together. Can you give advice on how important it is to stay together?
Chemistry, most of that. You start out with a chemistry that work, and then you run into all the different people, your family, your friend. You the best. Everybody got, for their friend. So it's easy to break apart, but it ain't easy to do what you did together. That means starting all over again, and so it's easy for that record, by yourself and still be with your group. To me, it's always been, I wanted to do what I saw other groups not doing, and you wish they would. Like you saw the Temptations break up or somebody leave, your heart was broken. If you're a Beatle fan they break up, somebody leave you. I always wanted to be where the fans could grow up and say, I know all of them. And today, even the one that's not with us, still will walk in any day, any place, and come up on the stage like they're in the group. And that the group that's here now know they're allowed to do that. We might not even talk or get along some other places, but when we function, ain't no thing. So staying together has always been my main thing. Even when you're not here, you ain't going nowhere. So when you feature on each other's records, it actually makes it stronger. No matter who hit. If the brides would have got a hit, I was a bridesmaid. That's the way I look at it.
Love the brides of Funkadelic and Paulette. Oh, they was oof.
You see how these guys? That's real addiction there.
Just to tell y'all, listen, I was 11 years old and Never Buy Texas from a Cowboy came out, and it was just a cowboy hat with 3 sets of brown legs sticking out the bottom of it, just ladies' legs like this, and I was just sitting there like. Yeah, I ain't never gonna forget that, man. We got a question over here. You got a question, Lance? Oh, go ahead.
How did the mothership come about?
Tell them about the mothership, George. Tell them about the mothership.
The mothership. I saw Hair, the play. I saw the Beatles. I saw the Pink Floyd. All of them have big productions. And I wanted to have a production not only bigger than any black group, but any white group. And like I said, the only thing I could think of that we had done after we did Chocolate City, they didn't expect blacks to be like in the White House and all that. The other place they didn't expect us to be was in outer space. Well, you see what's happening right now with the Black Panther and all that sci-fi. We decided we going in outer space and driving the spaceship like it's a Cadillac, through the universe, because we knew that would work. I had forgotten that I'd seen it in the Quran, the aliens with the mothership. I had forgot all about that, because my kids, went to Muslim schools and everything, so I was up on it, but I had forgotten it till we did the record and put it out. And did a show in Philly, and all of a sudden there's all these brothers in the front row with their arms folded, bow ties. Preach the knowledge, brother. And now I don't want to be disrespectful. I realize what he's talking about. That's why it came up. It ain't nothing but a party, brother. We at a party. I don't want to be disrespectful, but it ain't. Get some girls up in the front row. We all in here together. And it didn't even occur to me, even though I smelled fish sandwiches when we came in. I should have known.
No, the nation will make you some fish sandwiches is what he's talking about.
Oh, that was it. But then, once everybody got to relax and everything, everybody was partying and it was cool. But the mothership evolved itself. Funk is its own reward. I ain't think of all that shit by myself. It just comes in when you, like we talking now, I'm going to take somebody's question and do something with it.
Right. Because I used to, as a child, my first album, or the first thing I heard was the Clones of Dr. Funkenstein from my older brothers and their friends and everything. So you can imagine, I'm sitting there, I might have been 5 or 6, and I'm hearing 500,000 kilowatts of P-Funk power. And I'm like, what is he talking about? Because I know the radio station got 5,000. He said he got 500,000 kilowatts. Where they at? Can I see the mothership? And then I heard the album from 1977 y'all recorded in Oakland and LA, right? Live. And so then you let Gary come and sing when the mothership is coming down. And Glenn, come on, Glenn. And he sang like he was at church. So I'm thinking for real at 7 years old that the mothership is like for real. And when you go to the show, I don't know, I just wish I could go. And but then I saw the video of you coming out the mothership in the gold cape with no clothes on. George used to come. He'd turn the lights off and it still be, the heartbeat will be going, right? Whole arena quiet. It's the heartbeat, the lights will go out, and then the lights will come back up, and here comes George in a gold cape. And he just open that junk and just stand there. Butt ass naked. Do you hear me? I mean, nothing on, and then wait for somebody to hand him the joint. Would you like?
I said, let me tell you about it. We only did that 3 times. One time, first time was here at the Capitol Center.
I seen it.
Sly Stone was on that show too.
Oh, Lord.
Sly Stone came at the mothership just before I did. On that, when he got to the bottom, I had to do something, just so I came out. I had Malia Franklin's robe on, like I said, nothing on it. I had to come do something. That was late, years later. About 80-something. That was 80-something.
80-something.
Yeah. So the only thing I could think of doing, you got slide out about people on for him, and I steps out right above his head, right behind him. He don't even know I'm there. Then I open the robe up, and they were screaming. He said he thought it was for him. He said, damn, I ain't done nothing. Why they clapping so long? And he looked back up and damn. And if you remember, they had the camera, with the picture up in the ceiling. My shit was not right to be showing like that. so
He was on the sauce.
you know what I'm saying? But they caught it. They caught it when it went up in the air and freeze framed it. So it looked like I was in town and shit. That's funky.
Yeah, I just sat there and gave you the funk. When you did that,
Oh yeah.
I might have been 12. I was like, yeah, all right, whatever. I don't know what this means, but just do this.
I looked up and saw the thing on the screen, so I was looking all right. Shit.
Yes, sir. Got a question over here.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, big brother? This is DJ Lance Reynolds
Roof,
from the House of Soul. And my question for you is, we know about the past, and these stories are fantastic, but you never stop going. What's up now? What's the new music about?
Medicaid Fraud Dog. That's the name of the album.
I'm gonna make you sick.
I'm Gonna Make You Sick of Me is the first single off of that. You hear all this Obamacare or don't care or insurance and medicine, drugs, opiates and all that. It's all, to me, it's all a part of the economic thing that's going on and the BS that's going on. The medicines, the chemicals, food, and everything is a big conspiracy for lack of a better word. And we all hooked on all of that. And I figured musicians have to tell stories about the surroundings and what they see, what they feel. And to me, that's the topic that needs some light-hearted, but information. You should be able to dance to the information, even if it's bad. That's the only way you can dance your way out of your constriction. You can't get so mad that you just give up. We gonna make you shake your booty as you learn what's up. And it's about the dope. And you ain't just buying dope on no street. Dope and meds is all the same. Just depending on who's selling them and who's buying them. So right
hold
now,
on, can you say that one more time so we get that nice and clear? Dope and meds
are basically the same shit. Just depending on who your dealer is. It could be your doctor or your man on the street. And it's controlled substance. If it's controlled, I mean, if you run out, you got to go get it where you can get it. And some people gonna sell their meds just to eat. You got all of that going on, and people act like they don't know nothing about that in the government. But it's all perpetrated by money. So Medicaid Fraud Dog is the dog that is sniffing out the real dope on shit. The dog's gonna tell you about, the lab dog will tell you about the drugs they put on him when they test them.
Lab dog.
You know, dogs in laboratories, they see what make him have sex, what make him eat, what make him, high, all that. They do that to animals. They test drugs on them. You got another dog, a dope dog, that work for the police.
Dope dog.
Yeah, you got the, I got one for your dope dogs. They got the dogs with dope dealers. They want to make them fight. You know, so you got all these dogs, and they supposed to be man's best friend. They got a hell of a life when it comes to humans. So drugs, dogs, all that go together in my head. It's called Medicaid fraud dogs. So you're going to find some dogs out here telling you some stuff that you don't know. Did I have time? U.S. Custom Coast Guard dope dog. Nickname Bustum. Like most dope sniffing dogs, he's got a habit. Trained to have the habit. Pick up the tracks of the traffickers and track them like a rabbit. Up the coastline. Canine Control Substance Retriever. Receiver of the Golden Nose Award. For leading him to the cash. Cashing in on the stash. Now he's in line for his issue of the booty. Never do he do a line in the line of duty. He's a dope dog. A U.S. Custom Coast Guard dope dog. Keen sense of smell. Tracking the telltale trails of cartel dope boats. Big dope. Never a gram OZ kilo too low key. Gotta be tons of people. Bales of lumbo. While other dogs are sniffing one another's tail, he can track the profit from a dope sale. Straight to the stink account. Big banks. Banking on laundry, dirty money, not stinking. As the wind blows, he get a whiff. He get a sniff. He just follow his nose. Old Mac Uncle had some drugs. C-I-A-I-O. And with those drugs, he bought some arms. C-I-A-I-O. There was a bang bang here and a snort snort there. Here bang, there snort. Bang and snorts everywhere. Old Mac Uncle starts a war. C-I-A-I-O. And the war on drugs is hell on a dope dog nose. It spells where the nose goes when the doors close. And the dealer want to hide the dope in the booty, in the twat. Then they squat and make the dog sniff. They bow as they part in his face. Damn, for a shitty half a gram. An undercover narc with a bark took a bite out of crime, posing as a CNI dog. He bit the blind man with the cane made of coke. Shoes the dope boat float. The media goes comatose. Unrelated over-the-counter overdose now become drug-related. Aided and abetted by a lot of apprehension and indifference. The bigger the headache, the bigger the deal. Y'all better take your medicine now, because you're going to be ill when I tell you the deal on dope. There is more profit in pretending that we're stopping it.
Hey, y'all make some noise for George Clinton. All y'all, hold on. All y'all rappers, forget all that rapping y'all doing. That was a real verse right there. That verse was beyond any sick man. Hey man, stop playing, George. You play too much, man. Ain't this fucking hard on you, man?
I was hard when I started. I'll be hard when I get through.
Yeah, man. One more time for George Clinton, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only Dr. Funkadelic, star child, Sir No. I love you, brother. All right, we got books over here. Make sure you, hey, first of all, we are not giving away books. These books are for sale. We ran out of time for questions. I'm sorry, everybody, but we right over here. Please form a line right over here behind this brother right here. Books